Drop top. Eva. Kanye West. They told me stop buying all these fancy cars. They told me please take all your diamonds off. I'm getting too rich to fly commercial flights. They wanna lock me up like Suge Knight. I know that bitch want me to go for that, but I'm too rich to put my dick in that. They hit that bitch way back, I gave her back. They know my trip, you know I'm staying fast.
I'm a CEO, I keep it cordial with an artist. I just don't politic. These women been giving me compliments. Focus, I can't acknowledge this. Astonishment. Look at how the game transforms.
Welcome back to another fabulous episode of the Danny DiNero podcast. I'm your host, Danny DiNero. My co-host joining me this evening,
Coco.
Hey, and we in the building in this hot ass weather. 104 degrees as I pulled up.
Today?
Yeah. How you feeling about that right now?
I'm not ready.
Yeah?
So I actually left for lunch today, and I dress professional. Like, I wear business casual, and so I have slacks on, and it's hot as fuck. So I'll say the wardrobe is definitely going to be changing in probably the next few days, to be honest.
Yeah, it's jersey season. Jersey season.
Yeah, wear jerseys at work. Actually, I guess technically I can right now.
Yeah, fuck it. Just roll up there. Roll up there in your jersey. Tell them what time it is. But yeah, this reminds me of when I was doing cable, and I was like, you know what? I'm over cable because it's already in the hundreds in April. Then I started thinking about it. I'm like, then I got May, then I got June, then I got July, then I got August. I was like, oh no, I can't do that. That's just too much. It's too much. It's too much.
We're not even in the summer months, and it's hot.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so cool off that.
And what is crazy is because now that everyone's supposed to be practicing social distancing and like major like crowded places are about to be closed, water parks are going to be closed, pools are going to be closed. Yeah, like, parks and all the little splash pads for the kids are about to be closed. So it's like everyone is I don't have any children, so I seen a bunch of my friends online that they're like, first it was the toilet paper, now it's the kiddie pools and squirt guns. Everything is like sold out, like, because they can't take their kids swimming unless you have friends with pools and shit.
Exactly.
So it's like the kiddie pools are sold out. You can't, like, if you wanted to, you could chill in your house, but it's like now you gotta go rush out and buy something different.
Exactly.
And they're sold out already. So that's going to be the next Amazon, bestseller. Them $20 kids pools and shit.
Let's see if I can get this guy on the line real quick.
It's been a minute. Sir, it has been a minute. Are you alive?
Nope. Well, I guess can't reach him at 9:45. Fuck it. I'll save it just in case he hits me back. So, I know you don't really watch him, but you're familiar with all those IG versus battles that they've been doing. So I thought it was funny the other day. I caught Rory and Joe Budden from the Joe Budden podcast. They were doing a Rockefeller versus G Unit, and pretty much how these battles go. You have to, it's 20 rounds, so basically 20 tracks. You play your song, I play my song and counter, and then you let the crowd, decide
who won that one,
who had the better song or whatever the case may be. So Rory was representing G Unit, and Joe Budden was representing Rockefeller. And Joe Budden actually won, but Joe Budden was playing like fire, like just no pun intended. He got a song called Fire, but he was playing a bunch of good songs, and Rory played some good ones, but I feel like he left out a lot of good songs. Like he waited
he was pretty much sleeping on some ones where
because kind of when the battle was over, they were just kind of just like freestyling, just playing songs that they like.
And you're like, where was this?
Rory started playing a bunch of ill G-Unit shit that I'm like, bro, you should have played that in the battle. That was popping. But
hell yeah, if I'm gonna do any kind of battle or just like this versus this, I'm going straight for them bangers. Like, oh no, I ain't met nobody that don't like this song, right. Don't know this song, or
Well, that got me thinking. I was like, we should do that. We should have a battle.
Oh, word.
Man, you should have a battle. Who's your artist? Like, who would you like? Who do you feel like? Because I won't cheat. I'll pick somebody that's comparable. Like who's like. Let's say, fire off like your top 5 rappers right now or something like that you're listening to.
Probably like Drake, Eminem, Wayne. It's gonna be like mainstream. Yeah.
Mainstream is fine.
Those are probably like I always say those 3 because like they're the ones who are constantly in my playlist.
Drake, Eminem, and Wayne. Okay. All right. Okay. So I got an idea.
Oh Lord.
We'll do this. We'll save this for like maybe an episode or 2 from now.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need
We'll do your 3, and that's your 3 right there. Drake.
So we can circle between those 3.
No.
I can circle between those 3.
And I'm gonna pick 3. We're gonna do a 3-on-3. 20 song battle. So you got Drake, right?
Lil Wayne,
and Eminem. Man, that's a tough one. Dang, I think for me to like go at something like that, that's like all heavy hitters. I think I would have to bring like Jay-Z. Kendrick. Jay-Z, Kendrick. And let's maybe call it I think who's a wild card I could throw in there. 50. Fuck it.
I found this on the web.
Hey, shut your ass up, Google.
Nosy bitch.
So that we'll do that. I'm gonna have 50, Jay-Z, and Kendrick Lamar, and you're gonna have Drake, Lil Wayne, and Eminem. So you're gonna put together, and it's easy. We'll have it like where like you can just put your what is it?
I can put a
you can create a playlist on Spotify, and then I'll load it up in here, and I'll do the same, and then we'll go from there, and then excited about that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll give you 2 weeks to prep. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ready for the fire I'm coming with. You know what I'm saying? You know. Sopranos. For those of you that haven't seen it, HBO does have it out there available for free for another 2 weeks or so. Oh. So go soak some of that up. Catch up on Sopranos, Wire, et cetera, for free. But I seen an article, and I always like these articles where it's like it talks about like miscasts, where like this person could have been this person.
Yeah.
Do you know who the studio wanted to originally be Tony Soprano? Ray Liotta. He was the main guy in Goodfellas.
I gotta see his face. Oh.
You know his face. Ray Liotta was originally gonna be Tony Soprano.
He's definitely like mobster shit.
Oh, for sure. It's crazy though because the studio was pushing super hard. Like, the creator David Chase, he didn't want Ray Liotta. By all means, he thought Ray Liotta's an amazing actor, but he wanted somebody kind of under the radar because it would add to the realism of a character.
And that's what that's what I was thinking.
It's just like
not to say something I'm like, definitely when you see Ray Liotta, like, what did he play in? What was the one with Pesci? The casino or no?
He might have been.
He's the
dad. He's the dad in Catch Me If You Can. Leonardo DiCaprio's dad. That's Ray Liotta.
Are you sure? That's the Ray Liotta.
Yeah. Well, that's an old ass picture. Oh wait. Yeah. No. Well, no, I'm thinking of Christopher Walken, huh?
Yeah, you
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Christopher Walken. No, but Ray Liotta, and I mean, he's in like hella mob movies.
But yeah, so I mean, he definitely screams like mobster to me. He is in some pretty good movies.
Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say he wouldn't have played a good Tony Soprano.
No, yeah, it's not like I want to say something negative, but it wouldn't have, like you said, like they're like, oh, we want an unknown person to add to the authenticity of it. I feel like, and like the way he, like, you know, who Tony is, like the way he looks, like he is a bigger guy, huskier.
Right.
He has down, like, just even down to, like, smoking his cigars and the, you know, I don't know, just, like, that swag, like, that you bring to the movie.
Right.
Or the, you know, the show, but it's...
And it just helps him stand out as well because you didn't really know him in any big role before that.
Right.
It's just like with Omari Hardwick in Power. He's been in a gang of movies, but... he was never in anything as big until Power. No, it's just now when you see him as Ghost, just like when you see James Gandolfini, it's Tony.
Same thing. Poor what is his real name? Daniel Radcliffe. That's a Harry Potter. You gonna be Harry Potter to
that's Harry.
Last man. Harry.
I think the girl kind of outgrew her role though. I mean, she's always gonna be Hermione or whatever.
But yeah, she started doing a little bit more like different, like branching out.
She jumped,
the modeling,
right,
stuff like that. So, but no, there's definitely some characters who are just always going to be called their character. And I mean, I hope those people, like, I'm sure some of them get like probably pissed off about it, but then it's like, bro, that made your money. Like,
right.
At the end of the day, you're here. Those are the fans that fucking buy every book and season and
exactly
every whatever of your.
Yeah, so I thought that was gonna be interesting if he'd have been Tony Soprano, but I see now in hindsight he's probably looking at it like, damn, I probably should have did that. You know, that's what happens. A lot of people turn down certain roles. Like, look, Will Smith turned down Neo to be the Matrix.
Shit is wild.
To do Wild Wild West.
That shit is wild.
But Ray Liotta is gonna be in the prequel movie,
nice.
The Many Saints in Newark.
So. While we're on this kind of subject, we can come right back to it. I read something recently, and this might be just completely off the wall for everybody listening. So they're making another. Apparently, I haven't done a bunch of research into it. They're remaking The Labyrinth with David Bowie and how he played. Like, I just I liked that movie, and so that's why I was like,
no, that's a great movie.
I was like, I love that movie. Just because I like different, like, sci-fi and fantasy.
I feel like you can only redo that movie if you're gonna, like...
They're not redoing it. They're doing the second one. So what kind of already, like, I stopped reading, pissed me off early this morning.
A sequel, huh?
They're doing a sequel.
Didn't they kind of do an off-brand sequel? Or was that a reboot, that Spanish one? Pan's Labyrinth or something?
That was like a Spanish version of a different... it's in Spanish, but I actually really like it.
Man, listen, when that Pan's Labyrinth movie came out, I was like, oh, they making a new Labyrinth or whatever movie. I went to the theaters and I was like,
Spanish.
What's this bullshit? This whole fucking Telemundo shit. You know, I was like, man, I walk right out theaters.
I did the same thing to my dad. He was like, you fucking.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here I'm like, oh, you know. I'm like, what's going on here? Like,
did I buy the Spanish?
Yeah, you know.
No, fun. It's just
and you know, I think what really fucked me up too, because I think I might have been in Mexico at the time. Because I used to listen, I was a movie buff when I lived in Mexico. Because first of all, movie theaters $2. I don't know what it is now, but back then it was like $2, right? And they got like the American movies like sometimes a week in advance. And the only difference was it would be in English, but it would have Spanish subtitles. I'm okay with that.
Right, fuck it.
Yeah, it was dope. I would see shit like a week in advance, and then I would drive over to Cali and be like, yo, y'all seen such and such? Oh, it was good, man. I seen it when I was in Mexico. You know, with $5, you know, I got me some drink, popcorn, movie ticket.
They're like, motherfucker. Fuck you. No, they're making the second one, apparently. And the Goblin King's character isn't really going to be in it. And I'm like,
who's the Goblin King? Isn't that David Bowie?
Yeah.
Well, they're probably not gonna have him in it because he's dead. If it's a direct sequel,
his character, like,
that's one of those tough things though, because it's like.
But I'm like, if you're gonna have the balls to
touch this classic
after how long it's been out, etc.
They must have
better bring some fucking weight.
I was gonna say they must have a really good script. It's got to be.
Like,
my only thing is, if you're gonna do a direct sequel of a movie like that, please keep the same type of energy. Like, I wanted to have that 80s feel.
That's what I'm saying. It's just such a hard thing.
Like, I don't want it to look like a 2020 movie. I want it to look like it was made 40 years ago.
Do you recall? I have that movie. I have it.
Yeah.
And okay, if anyone knows me, you have to know that I actually truly like this movie because I fucking hate musicals. I hate singing in fucking... Unless you're a Disney movie, you should not be fucking singing in a movie. I'm sorry. I can't do it. And they sing in that shit. Yeah. And I actually enjoy that movie.
I feel like Disney's been getting away from the singing for the most part. Aside from Frozen. Ugh.
Frozen sings too much.
Way too much singing. I couldn't even make it through the second one. I'm like, turn this bullshit off.
Yeah. So I just feel like if you already have the balls to attempt to redo and add like a direct, this is just going to keep it flowing, you already have so many challenges. Mm-hmm. Like I said, and like I liked it because of David Bowie, and then the whole, just all the, you know, different creatures and the sci-fi, and, you know, back then it was like super retro, and it's like, you know, our technology's so advanced, it's like you're gonna work at making this shit grungy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And give it that authenticity. So I was like, oh gosh, I'm gonna watch it. If they do it, I'm gonna watch it regardless. But
right,
it's gonna be interesting.
Nice. Well, while we talking about movies, what do you think about Marvel Jackson?
Huh? What the fuck is that?
So, fun fact, when he was alive, Michael Jackson was planning on buying Marvel.
Holy shit.
He was going to buy Marvel with Stan Lee. They were going to collaborate together and buy it, but ultimately they got rejected for whatever reason. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe because of his previous lawsuits or something. I don't know, but that never took place. But not only did he want to buy Marvel, he wanted to play. You ready? Oh, think about what Marvel character Michael Jackson would want to play. Let's play that game first. I'll give you 3 chances.
Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Michael Jackson in the role.
I don't even want to guess, man.
So don't say nothing like Wolverine, because obviously.
I'm like, I don't even want to guess because I feel like Marvel. I need a variety of Marvel characters. Hold on.
It was like the first biggest movie they made. I'll just tell you.
Would it be Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Of course, he wanted to be fucking Spider-Man.
So when I read the article, I was just like, I was like, no, Mike.
That's the only reason he wanted to buy it, so he can be like, "What you mean? I can't be Spider-Man? I fucking know.
I own Marvel. I can be what I want to be." That would have been.
That's probably why.
I couldn't even.
You just answered your own question. I love Mike. Don't get me wrong. He is all time. You can't fuck with him.
Mike is the man. But could you imagine him being Peter Parker?
It was like, here's a check. Just write a number on it. Don't tell me the number. And he probably put like I want to be Spider-Man. They were like, bro, take your money and get the fuck out of here. We're not messing with you.
And the crazy part is Stan Lee was on board with it.
Stan, of course. He's like, hell yeah, let's buy Marvel. He was like, you got Michael Jackson co-signing you? Come on now. Yeah.
I'm sure ultimately Stan Lee just wanted to get back in and own like some of the creators characters and stuff he created. Like look how much Marvel is worth. Like when Disney bought Marvel, Disney bought it for $4 billion.
Right. You're over here making that on some movie.
Disney bought Marvel for $4 billion, and when Stan Lee died, he had $10 million. Think about that for a second. He created most of all those damn characters that makes millions of dollars. Even crazier to think about. And like, I want to say like 99 or something like that. Marvel went bankrupt.
That's
got bought out by Toy Biz, and then Toy Biz got bankrupt.
Right. If Michael, you ain't bankrupted Michael.
Well, no, Michael Jackson was technically in debt when he died. He was like,
but didn't his money go up?
He was like $100 million in the negative. Oh yeah, his estate's worth like over $2 billion now.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? You're always worth more when you're dead. That's how it goes. Podcast goes through the roof once I die. And I was like,
well,
no more new episodes. Well, speaking of a lot of money, he wants everybody to know he's got a lot of money. Give it up for Mr. West.
I shan't. No.
He's a billionaire.
Nobody cares.
Such a Kanye West thing to do. So Forbes reports that he's worth $1.3 billion.
He's like wrong.
And what does Kanye do? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't know how to count? Sent y'all the receipts. I'm worth $3.3 billion. And my whole thing, like when I heard that, and I'm just like, that's such a Kanye response. But also at the same time, I'm just kind of like, you really want to announce that during this like pandemic? Like, why don't you help out now that you got some money? That's how I'm looking at it now. Like now I want to see you go do something with some of that money. You ain't got to do it for the whole world. But
I mean, there's already other people. That
go look out for Chicago.
Right.
That's your hometown, right? And speaking of look out for Chicago, he just, I don't know why he waited till he was a billionaire to do it. But the old house that he grew up in, his mom raised him in, whoever, Donda West, he just went and bought it for like $220-something thousand, something like that. And I'm just like,
you bought it now?
I'm like, now? I'm like, that's something I would have bought a long time ago.
You would have bought it in the beginning? I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, it ain't like he even gonna stay there. What you gonna do with that old house? It's like a little. What you gonna You gonna make an Airbnb out of it? You gonna have a museum? You gonna have some Kanye West?
That shit. You better build a wall. That shit's gonna get robbed.
Yeah.
Have security.
They're gonna do it. Well, I mean, I don't want to jinx nothing, but I just hope they don't do like they did with Eminem's old house. Mm-hmm. Remember they found out where Eminem's old house was or whatever. Somebody went and burnt it down or something like that.
Yeah. Well, doesn't mean you better hire security.
Yeah. Oh man. I wanted to talk to this guy about the Last Dance documentary. Because you haven't watched none of that, right?
No. I heard it was really good. I just haven't.
Man.
I'm so behind on a few things.
Because I just feel like it's the perfect argument to have with this guy. Because, he's, LeBron's the best ever, but...
Well, he needs to call in, sir. Hope you listening.
He probably sleep. All that dude does is work. All right, so we got a couple of new segments that I want to introduce to the show. The first one is called the What If segment. Hold on, let me bring it in right.
Mine off. Sure. Mine.
Here's what.
Did we say it? Well, we didn't say it last week, did we?
You did say it.
The names?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Don't recall.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted.
That's me, I'm rude.
New segment, What If? Let me ask you, what if Tekashi 6ix9ine was off house arrest tomorrow?
He gonna be back to doing his fucking wild ass shit?
Because he's not in protective custody, right? So do you think he's gonna, like, once he's off house arrest, do you think he's gonna be just like roaming the streets with the security?
Yes.
You think he's just gonna be out there wild like that with all the smoke?
Yes.
Do you think he's gonna go back to New York?
If he's I don't know. You know what? Some people might be like, yo, you got some fucking balls, man. You got some balls. But
listen, if there's anybody in the rap game that's got some big balls, I mean, he might be considered a snitch, but he definitely got some balls.
That's what I mean. He's just wild. Some people might just think he's crazy.
It takes a lot of balls to be the biggest snitch in the history of the rap game and then deny protective custody. Like,
and
I ain't hiding.
New York, like, that's like you from New York. Like, I don't know. I think people are just gonna be like, yo, he's just crazy. We're just gonna watch what this wild motherfucker does because he's getting clout for New York. I don't know.
I don't wish it on nobody, but once again,
it's gonna be some. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't wish nothing on nobody, but kind of, you make your bed, you sleep in it. Yeah. Sometimes it happens sooner than later for other people. Maybe he gonna have a freaking an Omar send off. Some little nobody gonna just
take him out.
Some little hopper.
Oh God.
But that is I swear, since HBO has been like letting you watch all the like the classics, I love running through old shows. I actually rather watch old shows that I loved, like run through them again, than start something new that I'm not even really like, oh my God, I want to watch this. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm just going to watch it to watch it. Because I won't watch that shit. I won't. And I was thinking about that other day because I've been running through Sopranos, The Wire, seen Lost. I'm not fucking with Lost. Lost can kiss my
Lost is a great show. It's just the ending sucked. That's all it is.
I'm just bitter. I'm so bitter because I ran through that shit like my life.
Hey, at least you got to watch it on demand.
No.
I had to watch it where you had to wait a next week and whatnot.
I would have been. This is why
that finale was terrible.
Originally, I was never a TV show person for this reason. I get way too emotional and pissed off and fuck that shit. I get so mad and hyped up about it that I'll be like, oh man, shut the fuck up. Don't be, or especially like, I mean, I guess I don't get too mad about spoilers now because I just don't have those kind of people on my social media right now, currently, that ruin it for me. So I don't really have that. So that's not what I'm worried about. But yeah, I get way too invested, and Lost I feel like Lost wasted a big chunk of my life that I'm not getting back. Because I had such high hopes and I loved it. I was into it.
Right.
They could have done so much better. And that ending was trash. Absolutely fucking trash. So I refuse to watch that shit again. Love Sopranos. I love The Wire. And I get attached to my characters. And so I'm like, since I was been watching through it, I'm like, I swear I love Omar. I'm like, he's like one of my favorite characters in any of my shows that I've been watching or have ever watched.
You like all the gay guys.
So I need a gay man.
Omar, Lafayette, the brother in Insecure.
Oh my God, this is true. Shit.
You like all the gay guys.
I need a gay best friend.
Any gay guys out there want to be Coco's friend? You guys can get your nails and hair done together.
And facials.
And facials. Facials.
Don't listen to this guy. We won't hang out with him, I promise. He's not invited. He'll be here working. Yes, and we'll go to like bougie French bistro brunches. Yes.
Oh my God.
Coco X DiNero, hit my DMs. I'm accepting best friend applications. What?
So gay.
Serious. Vegas is not for me. Only with the gambling.
Oh my goodness. What were we talking about? Oh, the Tekashi thing.
Tekashi.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out for another segment because I feel like in the beginning we started with like a lot of hip hop talk, and we kind of got away from it. So every episode, I want to give a shout out to like a recent, and if not recent, but like a, a good album that might be out.
Like a new album?
I would like to stick with like new. I mean, because
I'm just asking,
it doesn't have to be like that week, but like at least that year.
Oh yeah.
You know. So I wanted to get into something like that. So I'll give a little shout out one time for got that new Tory.
Fuck this niggas talking about.
That new Toronto 3. Check it out.
When they say
damn, I ain't been broke in a minute. Don't get offended. Toe off the bow in a billy. Fucking your hoe in the kidney. Fuck up the city. I do not dance or jiggy. Gun is sucked under this finny. I like it, I spin it. I just came right out the jewelry, the ice on my neck and my wrist and my fist. I ain't fit.
So the name of that album is called The New Toronto 3. Check it out. It's fire. And the other last segment that I have is called the Versus Duel. This is when each week we'll come up with a versus matchup, and you tell me who you think would win.
Okay.
So we used to watch that Punisher show a lot on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Where with the old Shane.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and
Punisher versus John Wick. Who you taking in a fight? I feel like that was a good one.
Like, we need the Jeopardy. Oh my god. I love both of them.
Yeah, but only one is gonna survive.
You ain't killing John Wick. I'm sorry, I don't know. I feel like Punisher would have a reason to die, and you ain't killing John Wick. This motherfucker has just been too...
John Wick wins the battle?
John Wick wins my battle.
Versus duel for the week. John Wick. That's actually what would have been my choice too.
Yeah. Like, you ain't killing... He just had his will to live is... Which you would think he would want to die, but I feel like his will to survive...
He's gotta live for his doggy.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Punisher is just like, fuck, why can't anyone kill me? Like,
he'd finally just be at peace, I think.
He'd be like, all right, at least a real motherfucker took me out, not none of these squares.
Right. I ain't get murked by no little hopper.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, John Wick took me out. All right.
You know, it's funny because you don't like that way that Omar died, right?
No, I
had read an article of David Simon. He loves that death. That's one of his favorites. The creator of The Wire?
Fuck him. I don't know. It's
Surprise, motherfucker.
Exactly. I'm like... It's like, I get it. Like I said, maybe just because I was such a fan of him, I felt like he deserved either some fucking guns blazing.
Hey, they couldn't kill him guns blazing, remember? He was on I think he should have either just did that or because didn't he have a chance to stay away and then they killed his one of his Butchie,
people?
something like that, right? Butchie, I think.
The blind guy?
Yeah, Butchie, I think. He was off and retired. He left the game and everything.
So,
but Marlo was like, we're gonna hit this like, what is it? He hit him with the 50. See, this is why I fucks with Marlo. This is why I fucks with Marlo. Why I tell you one of my favorite 50 lines.
What?
If you was smart, you'd be shook at me. Cause I get tired of looking for your ass, spray your mama's crib and let your ass look for me.
Right.
That is one of the hardest lines ever in rap. And that's real shit. You know what? I'm tired of looking for this motherfucker. I'm gonna go take somebody out and make you come look for me. That's exactly what Marlo did. See, so I fucks with Marlo. He's my favorite character. Marlo is that nigga.
I know. I'm just salty. Like, I understand it. And like, I get why someone like, oh, Hopper took him out. But, you know, because I'm sure the streets is like, oh, Omar's gone. Who took Omar out? Yada, yada, yada. But I don't know.
No, the kid got arrested.
Are you sure?
I think later on in the when it was closing up and it showed because I don't
think so. I think he was just a little kid. He was little.
I know he was little, but I think he got arrested. If I remember, I have to go back and clarify it, but I'm pretty sure he had murked them off. And you know how when series ends, it shows a bunch of different little flashes and stuff.
Nice that grew up to be Eddie Murphy. What's his name?
The little kid's name, or what was the movie name?
No, Quick. That's what that little kid is gonna be. If that little shit took someone like Omar out and he went to jail, that's exactly who he finna act like. Quick.
Nah, the best representation of Quick in The Wire was Michael.
Yeah.
Little goody boy and everything, and he didn't want to get involved with the streets. And look, he was actually meant. He was destined for that shit because he's way too smart.
Well, he had because he had Snoop and that one guy. I don't remember his name. Of course, I only remember Snoop's name. Teaching him Chris and Snoop. Chris and Snoop. He had
Chris and Snoop take you in them apartments. You don't come out.
He was grooming them. And I think a big part of that for anyone or anything, whether when you're grooming someone, it's yes, of course, you're teaching them the game or how to do something.
Right.
But I think a part of that is that they see a potential in you. To me, I'm you're always supposed to surpass your teacher, your master, your, whatever, your sensei, whatever the fuck it is. You're supposed to be better than that person. You're supposed to have that growth. And I feel like Michael definitely showed that because it's didn't he end up pulling the you be the first man to the party? Mm-hmm. You show up first, and he ended up doing that. I don't know if he did that to Chris.
Did it to Snoop because they were going to take him out.
And he showed that he was there first watching them.
Yeah, and he's watching them.
How you gonna... You schooled me. How do you know this? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or how you not listening to your own advice? So,
yeah.
So things like that, it's you really pay attention to... If you're teaching someone that, especially you're going to turn around and try and take them out, it's okay, let me think of everything I put them onto.
They just got caught slipping. They got sloppy.
You underestimate your opponent, and it's but if you were a good teacher, then why would you underestimate someone you've been schooling?
Yep.
Because then it's you're not having faith in your craft.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel even shows like that where it's Sopranos is it's the standard mafia Italian family, and I like how they in The Wire they show the cops, the drug addicts, the
show it from all the different angles.
Yeah. It kind of in Sopranos it kind of does that too for no, listen.
Okay.
I'm not finished.
Okay.
For the Italians that Dr. Melfi and Tony and Carmela, they're the mobster family, and it's Dr. Melfi who does not want nothing to do with Tony,
mm-hmm.
and it's and then all you see them at the dinner table with all the other
right.
Italians that are doctors and
mm-hmm.
musicians and whatever, legitimate business owners or just general people of the community, and they're it's funny they're making fun of all the mobsters, the gangsters, the this, the that. So I don't mean from I didn't mean the cops, fuck that. I meant seeing different sides where it's we're getting persecuted for those kinds of people and just because we have Italian last names and stuff like that. So I feel it's not as heavy, obviously, because there was full-on episodes.
Right.
But there were parts where it's no, I'm good. We're not
mm-hmm.
fucking with you. And she was adamant about no.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think The Wire for sure is the best TV show ever made when it comes to showing all aspects of everything, especially as the seasons went along further,
mm-hmm.
because then you would see the politician side of it. You see the newspaper side of it. You see the street side of it. You see the school side of it, the kid side of it. It had everything. It was
just their characters were crazy. It's
and the character development was great. You actually you it was like you felt these characters. Like it didn't feel fake. Like everything that was portrayed on the screen, it just felt real.
And stuff like that, it's like I love it and hate it because I'm like this. I'm sure there's people watching shit like this that are like, this is my life, or you know, or I've experienced this. Whether it's growing up with a parent that's a cop, or growing up with a relative that's a drug addict or a drug dealer, or just, you know, any little piece of it where you can kind of relate to it, or having some kind of street smarts, or like, what is it, the D'Angelo guy where he's just like, I really just didn't, like, he could do the whole street life, but it's like, you could tell he didn't want to do that. Like, just like, and
he didn't. He was just, it's one of those things you're born into. So he's just kind of,
that's your last name. That's who who they say you're supposed to be. And unless your family wants different from you, then you're not getting out unless you fucking die, or he should have got out a lot faster if that's what he really wanted.
It's crazy because he was over here getting ready to give up his whole fucking family and shit just to get away from it. And it's like, that's crazy. Like, I just want to play something real quick.
Cuz we got a red cap. They say we have.
I just want to fast forward real quick to this.
Hi, I'm Rex Moore with the Motley Fool in front of BMW's self-driving exhibit.
At the front end, I got to tell you, I'm a huge fan. Some of the smarter police departments started to figure this out.
Right, that's true.
All right.
Package them all.
What's that?
This is the scene where they're playing checkers with chess pieces.
Nah, we ain't playing that.
Man, look at the boy playing
I think this is one of the greatest
checkers,
breakdowns of chess.
Yo, why y'all
and it describes the show.
Yo, why you give a shit?
All in one sitting.
Yeah, but yo, chess is a better game, yo.
Just listen.
Nah, hold up. Y'all don't know how to play chess, do you? So nothing, man. Look, I'll teach y'all if y'all want to learn.
Come on, man. Come on. Right in the middle of the game, yo. Chill out. I want to see this.
Y'all can't be playing no checkers on no chessboard, yo.
All right, man.
Now look, check. It's simple. See this? It's the king pen, all right? And he the man. You get the other dude's king, you got the game. And he trying to get your king too, so you got protected. Now the king, he move one space any direction he damn choose, cause he's the king. Like this, all right? But he ain't got no hustle. But the rest of these motherfuckers on the team, they got his back. And they run so deep, he really ain't gotta do shit.
I like your uncle.
Yeah, like my uncle. You see this? It's the queen. She smart, she fierce. She move any way she want, as far as she want. And she is the go get shit done piece.
Remind me of Stringer.
And this over here is the castle. It's like the stash. You move like this and like this.
Dog, stash don't move, man.
Come on, yo, think. How many times we moved the stash house this week? Right? And every time we move the stash, we gotta move a little muscle with it, right? To protect it.
True, be right. All right, what about them little bald-headed bitches right there?
All right, these right here, these are the pawns. They like the soldiers. They move like this, one space forward only, except when they fight. And it's like this. And they like the front lines. They be out in the field.
So how do you get to be the king?
It ain't like that. See, the king, stay the king, all right? Everything stay who he is, except for the pawns. And for pawn, make it all the way down to the other dude's side, you get to be queen. And like I said, the queen ain't no bitch. She got all the moves.
All right, so if I make it to the other end, I win.
If you catch the other dude's king and trap it, then you win.
All right, but if I make it to the end, I'm top dog.
Nah, yo, it ain't like that. Look, the pawns, man, in the game, they get capped quick. They be out the game early.
Unless they some smart-ass pawns.
Hey. Love that. I just felt like that was just like a perfect little breakdown. How they just incorporated that with the show and everything. Good stuff. But wanted to talk about The Last Dance, but this motherfucker didn't call me back, so I guess we'll just save that for another time because I want to at least give him the chance to argue.
So if you haven't watched it yet and you're listening, you better catch up.
Yep, because this Sunday will be episodes 5 and 6. They've already aired 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's a 10 episode series, all right? All right, well, I don't really have too much else. You got anything else?
No.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Quick episode, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.